Hello everyone and welcome to Bilingual Cooking. 皆さんこんにちは。カフェ開業の夢見るサラリーマンの森尾です。この動画では英語で説明しながらお料理しますので、英会話にもスイーツ作りにもどちらにでもご参考にしてください。今回はファミリーマートの冷やして食べるスコーンサンドを再現していきたいと思います。Let's go! Here on the screen are the ingredients. Let's get into it. Firstly, get a blender ready. We'll be mixing the dry ingredients in a blender. If you don't have a blender, you can just mix it by hand. So in this blender, we'll be adding 150 grams of bread flour, 50 grams of cake flour, The difference between bread flour and cake flour is the amount of gluten. If you cook with bread flour, you get a more dense dough, whereas with cake flour, you get a lighter dough. So I'm using 2/3 bread flour and 1/3 of cake flour, just so the scones are a little bit doughy but still have a very light consistency. Also 2 tablespoons of baking flour, 30 grams of sugar, 50 grams of butter, and we're going to blend this together. So once the butter has been finely chopped, it's pretty much fine. So now grab a bowl, add the flour to the bowl, create a hole in the middle, and we are going to add 75 milliliters of milk, 1 tablespoon of yogurt, and let's mix this together. Once the dry ingredients have been mixed through, we're going to knead this. はい、では今回の英語のワンポイントレッスンは knead こねるの綴りです。皆さんもこの綴りでお気づきかもしれませんが、この K は発音しない目次なんです。他にもナイフの綴り、これにも目次の K があるんです。なんでこの K を発音しないのか、いろんな諸説はあるんですが、実はこれといったロジックがないんです。なので覚えるしかないんですよ。もしもテストで出てきたらもう引っ掛け問題ですので、ぜひこの動画を思い出してください。So this is a cooking sheet. I'm just using it so I don't get the table dirty. You can buy it on Amazon. I think it's about $10 or so. Okay, just add in some flour. Now let's get the mixture on here. It's a good idea to get some flour on your hands as well, so the dough doesn't stick. So let's knead this. Okay. It doesn't have to be kneaded thoroughly like normal bread because it's scones. However, please try and fold this about 4 or 5 times, like this. Then you get a really nice layered scone. So fold and flatten. Fold and flatten. Okay, so flatten to about 2 centimeters about that thick, and we are going to cut this into 4. You can already see the layers there. That's from all the folding. Okay. You're going to place this on a baking sheet, and we are going to bake these in a preheated oven at 190 for 20 minutes. And this is what it looks like out of the oven. I've let it cool for a little bit, so let's add the cheese and jam. So we'll be cutting this in half. Ooh, it's very fluffy. Let's add the cheese. Okay. And another little bit. And now the jam. And we're going to sandwich this. There we go. And as the name suggests, we're going to put this in the fridge for at least an hour. So here is the end result. This is the Family Mart scone, and this is my scone. You can see that mine's a little more rustic, but the taste is what's important. So here is the Family Mart scone. It's very smooth. Has a very generous amount of jam. It's quite soft as well, but dense. Okay, try it out for myself. It's very soft. The cream cheese is a little bit salty, which goes well with the overall sweetness. And because it's been refrigerated, I think it's very chewy as well. It doesn't have that crunchiness like a normal scone, but it's quite good. Okay, so I'll try my scone. So this is mine. I think it has a little bit more volume compared to the scone over on this side. Actually, quite a lot more volume. Let's give it a taste. It's very flaky. I think because we folded it so many times, gives it that nice airiness to it. And it's very crunchy as well. This scone recipe is actually one from my neighbour back in Australia, and it's very good. I think the two are quite different, but yeah, they're both really good. But I think the scones that I grew up with were these, so this for me is more of a nostalgic taste. But to be honest, my favourite type of scones are the freshly baked ones that are still warm in the middle, so I'd like to try one of my warm scones. Yeah, scones are definitely better warmer. Thank you for watching until the end. If you liked the video, please remember to like and subscribe. And please leave a comment on what you'd like to see next. ではまた来週. Good night and goodbye.